Good morning. Today we're going to begin with Rupa Mudra to just get us centered. You cross your wrist so that your left wrist is further away from you, your right wrist is closer to you, and the palms face the side walls. You're going to hook your pinky fingers together, and then you're going to touch your thumb to your third and fourth finger pads and extend the index fingers up. So this literally means form, rupa, form. And the idea is to call the form of the deity, to evoke the deity's presence, right? You have to invoke the deity to evoke a response. So you keep your hands there for a moment. Remember that in yoga philosophy, there's a challenge to not accept what we would call the self that nature produces, which is a kind of construction and societally and culturally conditioned. It's a temporarily constructed personality, but it's not the true immortal Atman, which yoga is trying to point us to. Now remember, yoga means union or reunification of the individual soul with the cosmic soul, of the individual consciousness with the cosmic consciousness. It's the same idea as the Latin word relegare, from which religion comes, which means to bind back or reunification. Now, one of the things we're supposed to learn from yoga is the catchphrase from second chapter, verse 16, called Heyam Dukkam Manangatam. The pain which is to come can be and ought to be avoided. We can't do anything about the past pain. Even the current pain, we can moderate it to some degree. But once we have the understanding of we are the inheritors of our own actions and we will receive the fruit of our wholesome or unwholesome deeds, then you can see the yellow flag, the caution, as opposed to the red flag. Don't do this. You know what's going to happen by past experience. And so you make a different choice, plant a different seed, reap a different fruit. And then some, I can't say all, but some, maybe even a lot, of the dukkha or the bumpy ride, the pain, is going to be ameliorated. And this helps by having a clear mind that you can see and recognize ahead of time the consequences of what you're going to do, and you make much more informed choices. All right, with that being said, now we're going to work on raising the energy, okay? The one thing that Hatha Yoga, Tantra Yoga, Kundalini Yoga all have in common is this idea of the Kundalini, the dormant potential of your own nervous system. And when you raise it up out of the lower centers, and not that the lower centers are less divine, but when you're much, much more focused on survival, enjoying yourself, and wielding power, there tends to be a little bit more self-centered quality. But as soon as you come up into the heart or the quest for the truth or dealing with your intuition, then you're seeing from a different perspective, and the choices are likely to move you in a different direction. Nonetheless, the whole idea behind the pranayama is that we have these two alternating systems, the Ida and the Pingala, the Ha and the Ta, the sympathetic and the parasympathetic system, the heating and the cooling system, doesn't matter how you call it, and they intertwine from the base of the spine, and they crisscross and they meet in the different chakras or the nerve plexi up and down the spine, in the tail, in the sacrum, in the stomach, in the heart, in the throat, in the brow, and in the crown. So let's get to it. Take your stance, relax your hands back in your hips, tuck your chin to your Jalandhara Bandha, lift your chest up. The three breaths we're going to be working in a combo this week will be Ujjyai with Antar Kumbhak, or holding the inhale, Anuloma, the against the grain breath, where we will do partially closed nostrils on the exhalation, and then Viloma 2, interrupted exhalation. And here's how we're going to do it. We're going to do the 3-2-1 cycle. So I'm going to call this off for you, and here we go. On your next exhale, allow your breath to move back at the navel, indicating the cycle is about to begin, and take your inhale through both nostrils open. Now pause and hold the breath. And slowly exhale the breath. Now take 3 restorative breaths. At the end of the 3rd restorative breath, move the navel back, indicate a new cycle is about to begin, and then once again, Ujjyai inhale noiselessly, smooth, silent, soft. When you hit the peak of the breath without forcing. Pause and hold stably. Antar kumbhak, internal retention. And exhale the breath when you're ready. And 2 restorative breaths. At the end of the second restorative breath, allow the navel to move back. And now 1 more cycle of Ujjyai. And hold the breath. And exhale. And now 1 restorative breath. And now 3 rounds without any in-between restorative breath. Continuous cycles. Antar kumbhak. Ujjyai inhale. Hold. Exhale. Ujjyai inhale. Hold. Exhale. Third time, Ujjyai inhale. Hold. Ujjyai exhale. Back to restorative breathing. So that's called the 3-2-1 cycle or template. You do a breath, 3 restoratives. You do a breath, 2 restoratives. Do a breath, 1 restorative, 3 continuous cycles. So now we're going to do the same thing. Maintain the squeezing of the legs in toward the midline, so there's a little mula bandha that way. Keep the spine lifted up, lifting the samana vayu off of the apana vayu, stomach off of the pelvis, so there's a kind of uddiyana bandha without actually contracting the muscles, just from postural lift, and certainly tuck the chin into jalandhara bandha, regulating the prana between the heart and the head. Now we're going to do Anuloma with narrowed nostrils on the exhale. So, after the next restorative breath, raise the hand, widen the nostrils, inhale. Narrow the nostrils and exhale. Drop the hand, 3 restorative breaths. Simultaneous with the end of the 3rd restorative breath, raise your hand, open the nostrils, inhale. Narrow the nostrils and exhale. Relax the hand, 2 restorative breaths. Simultaneous with the end of the 2nd restorative breath, take the hand up, open the nostrils, inhale. Narrow the nostrils and exhale. Drop the hand and 1 restorative breath. Raise the hand, 3 continuous cycles of Anuloma. Inhale, open nostril. Exhale, partially closed nostrils. Inhale, open nostrils. Exhale, partially closed nostrils. Inhale, open nostrils. Exhale, partially closed nostrils. Drop the hand and restore the breathing. So when we're doing the breathing, you want to experience the silence that's in the background. However still and steady your consciousness becomes during this, be aware of the space in which this is all happening, the space that's holding all of this, the space in which the breath is taking place. All right, last one is going to be Viloma 2. So show interest and enthusiasm for traveling beyond any fixed borders that you have. There's a more spacious life beyond the limited what is. There's a more spacious life beyond the limited what is. Let's tap into it now. Chin lock, lift the spine. All right, exhale the breath. And now, no digital control today. Inhale deeply in your Ujjyai breathing. Now, 3-part. Exhale from the top. Wait. Exhale from the middle. Wait. Exhale from the bottom. Wait. 3 restorative breaths. Into the third restorative breath, second cycle of the third round. Inhale deeply with Ujjyai breathing, smooth, soft, slow, steady. And now 3 segmented exhales. Exhale top of the lungs. Stop, keep the chest lifted. Exhale middle of the lungs. Stop, keep the chest lifted. Exhale bottom of the lungs. Stop. 2 restorative breaths. As you exhale, prepare for the next cycle. And now, inhale Ujjyai breathing. And now, in thirds, exhale the top. Wait. Exhale the middle. Wait. Exhale the bottom. Wait. 1 restorative breath. Now 3 continuous Viloma 2 cycles. Inhale the breath. Exhale top. Wait. Exhale middle. Wait. Exhale bottom. Wait. Inhale Ujjyai. Exhale on the top. Wait. Exhale in the middle. Wait. Exhale at the bottom. Wait. Last cycle. Inhale Ujjyai. Exhale top. Stop. Exhale middle. Pause. Exhale bottom. Stop. Back to Ujjyai, normal restorative breath. Keeping the eyes closed, slowly raise your head up on your spine. Gently raise your eye, open your eyes. So practicing pranayama is another way of teaching you how your will controls your mind through the use of your breath, till your mind becomes a servant of your will. Have a beautiful day.